Cheyenne Mountain Zoo has been involved with Wyoming toad recovery since 1992, and we've had nearly 40,000 tadpoles released back out into the wild and 700 one-year-old Head Start toads. So in 2013, we started Head Starting the Wyoming toads, and that's where we hold toads until the age of 1 so that they reach maturity quicker than they might in the wild, or we have more survive until the age of 1, where they'll actually reproduce in the wild and hopefully have wild-born egg streams. Actually loading our Wyoming toads into hibernation. This is to get them ready for breeding. So this female is 7951, and we do 2 methods. We actually look at their wart pattern by their photo ID. So 7951 is right over here. So we look at her warts. There's a big wart right here, and then a line of 4 going down right there. We also microchip them. So we scan them, double check the number. Her last digit is 278. This is 278. 7951. So we weigh the toad. She's 38.7 grams. And then we take her over and we place her in her hibernation tub. These tubs have all been disinfected, and the substrate as well. So it's 1 inch of gravel, a little bit of carbon, 2 inches of sand, and then some sphagnum moss. So they'll go in here from room temp yesterday, and then they'll, over the next the next few days, they do cool down to 38 degrees for 35 days, and then they warm back up again. So today we're checking on our Wyoming toads that have been in hibernation for about 6 days now at 38 degrees. They had a slow cool down, but now they're at their ideal temperature. So we'll go ahead and check on them, check their humidity, make sure that the toads are doing well. So you can see we have a data logger in this tub, and you can see the toad in the corner right over here. We just do a little bit of a slight mist. She's been digging. There's only one toad in this tub, and she's been digging. So you can see the hole, but she's hanging out right here. And when we mist them, they actually do a little bit of a movement, so that's how we can tell. They also have a glottal response. We'll check on them next week and see how they're doing. So over here is one of our males that will be getting some hormone that helps stimulate them to produce their sperm. This guy is going to get it. It's an intraperitoneal injection, so it goes under the abdominal muscle. And it's just a quick little stick. And now he goes in with the female that will also receive her other hormone injection here in just a minute. So it's been 4 days since we injected the parent toads, and we took a picture of the egg strand. We actually do count each and every egg. The easiest way is just with a marker and a click counter. And we count all the eggs. This egg strand had 2,086, and the eggs developed, started to hatch out. This is the dropout stage right here. So you can see some of the tadpoles are still clinging on, but most are now out on the surface, and they should be free swimming here in the next day or 2, which will provide lots and lots of food as they grow very, very quick. So our tadpoles are starting to develop their legs, their arms, and they're gonna absorb their tails. That's when they're morphing out, and they're gonna look like an adult toad, even though they're little tiny. Amphibians globally are facing a huge extinction crisis, and a lot of it is because of the Chytrid fungus. Some of it is because of habitat loss or pollution, pesticides, many different factors. But their big role in the ecosystem is that they support, they're an indicator species, so once things like those the pollution come into play, populations will die off, so that's an indicator for people. But it also really does affect the ecosystem. All of the microorganisms. The tadpoles eat all the algae, all these minute little things that the tadpoles eat, then many things eat the tadpoles. So their big role in the ecosystem is actually being part of the food supply. So this one is a male. You can see its throat, and it's vocalizing, making the little release calls. And it also has a bit, not as prominent as the other male, but you can see the nuptial pad on the thumb. It's just that little callus area. And then he weighs 16.4 grams. We're gonna make our tiny little incision. So 6 weeks ago, we microchipped our Wyoming toads. These are Head Start toads. Release tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be seeing them out in the wild.